an issue that is of importance to all of us that are here, many of our colleagues that weren't able to be here this morning, and certainly the citizens of Pennsylvania, and that's addressing election security to ensure that when our citizens go out and cast their vote to choose who's going to be their representatives in their government of we the people, that somebody isn't working to undermine that through the internet or through any other cyber type attacks that can be created. I'm here this morning as the former State Government Committee Chairman, now the current Environmental Resources and Energy Committee Chair that worked on this issue some last session. Representative Garth Everett is the new chair of the House State Government Committee, and he is now working on this issue, but I wanted to join with Representative Chairman Garth Everett to support his new work on the work that has been continued from my work on the House State Government Committee. Last year we had the opportunity to meet with Lieutenant Colonel Schaefer, and he is joining us here today. He's going to be speaking to you about these threats that we're hoping to head off in our election systems. There's always a lot of talk about election reform, and there's a lot of ideas out there amongst a lot of folks. I mean, now they're even talking about dropping the voting age to 16, some people. Talking about no excuse voting, vote by mail. There's always new ideas about how to try and manipulate our elections and create what people are calling election reform. But I think what most citizens are concerned about is ensuring that when they cast their vote, their legally cast vote, that it's counted and not nullified by an illegally cast vote or somebody that's illegally registered or somebody that's trying to tamper with our elections. The governor's budgeted monies for upgrading the election systems is not going to meet the challenge. In addition, the governor has publicly, it seems, put out what appears to be, and what I think has been received by many to be, a dictate from the administration that all counties will upgrade their systems to include a new system with the paper trail that can be audited. Well, first, I don't believe under current statute or the Constitution that our executive branch has the authority to issue a dictate of that nature based on how the legislature has passed the past laws that we're currently under. This is an issue that should be put forth and decided policy-wise by the legislature, which is why Representative Garth Everett, Chairman of the State Government Committee, myself, and Representative Kiefer is behind me, Representative Dush, Representative Wieland, Representative Zimmerman has joined us, and others that would like to be here are interested in this issue. Because we believe that as a legislature, we should advance legislation to require that our election systems be hardened in a way that discourages foreign intervention or discourages us from even being a foreign target to create chaos in our election process and create distrust amongst our citizenry. We want our citizens to have trust in the system that they're utilizing to choose who's going to run their government. It's very important. It's one of the primary responsibilities of the government is to make sure that we, the people, actually can have our voices heard. It's something that we need to spend a certain amount of money on, and as fiscal conservatives, we believe the government has a certain limited role in our lives. This is part of that limited role. There's other areas of the budget that we can certainly trim to ensure that we have the proper funds needed to replace the current election technology and replace it with a system where you can have a paper backup to be audited in elections to make sure that the results were correct. But the governor doesn't have the authority, I don't believe, to actually issue this dictate. And I would encourage our counties to work with their state legislators to actually address the issue and help us to move forward, as the Lieutenant Colonel encouraged us to, with hardening our systems from outside attacks and manipulation that can create chaos amongst our people. It's one of our primary responsibilities, so let's get the job done.